everybody, we've got books. This is for BRAE 2024. We're gonna have to run that one again, but we wanted to show you all what we got coming in. I'm pretty sure there's some new goodies in here, so I'm gonna pause for effect, crack all these boxes, and Jess may or may not show her face, but she is going to be a disembodied voice. If I ever shut up long enough for her to say hello. Say hi, Jess.
Hi, guys. I'm not awake yet.
That was weak. And Andy box cutter.
I don't even have my caffeine in me yet, and you wanted to do this. So, blame your own self.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh.
I can't see anything that you're pulling out.
I'm not showing them to you yet. I just want to get them out of the box.
Well, that's stupid.
Well, no, because if you would real quick pull up the spreadsheet, we can do a call out to each of the people who pre-ordered already to let them come look at their pretties that'll be waiting for them at the table.
How wouldn't you know? I already have it open.
See, look at that.
I leave it open.
Oh, and there is an extra of every single one of these in here, right?
Only
so that
the
I
one
can
that
crack
pre-ordered.
one.
No,
Okay.
because not everybody wants their spines cracked.
What was that?
Not everybody wants their spines cracked.
No, I don't mean crack one like that. I mean just opening the cover.
Killing me.
Ugh, the book feels funky. Not funky because there's something wrong with it. Funky because I don't like matte, and we went matte. Although it does look really good. You can say that one last. Okay, so our first book box we've got. I'm going to show you guys Battleborn. Battleborn is a standalone military suspense. Isn't she pretty? Who ordered Battleborn, Jess? Anybody, or was this just one of our standoffs?
Emily Moyers.
Repeat.
Emily Moyer.
Emily, Battleborn will be waiting for you at our table. I give you a number, but we haven't gotten that yet. This is your beauty. Isn't she gorgeous? Then we have Manhattanites, who was ordered by
Manhattanites was Xander Nasher is Molly Molan.
If we're murdering names, we apologize. But Molly, darling, here is Xander and Asher, my beautiful mechanic, and his lovely, lovely baker. You're going to love the abs for days. Then we have Friends and Lovers. Friends and Lovers is a friendship romance, and it's a bitty baby, but
I think we just ordered that one. I don't have that one on my list.
It's one of our stack books that we'll have this at the table. There will be limited supplies of this at the table. However, if you pre-order, you will get it at a lower rate. At the table, you will pay full retail price for each individual book. I do recommend it if you like the high spice. Then that one. Then we have Sweet Girls.
That is Emily as well.
Emily, darling, Sweet Girls is going to be waiting for you. Sweet Girls is a little more on the erotic romance side. It's got a lot more hot and heavy, but it's also very dark. The antagonist in this one happens to be a serial killer, and the protagonist and love interest are an FBI agent and a LAPD cop, respectively. If you have violent triggers, I would stay away from this. It's got a bit of SA and a lot of non-con. But it's still really good story. More Manhattan. Centuries of Blood Becoming.
Centuries of Blood is also Emily.
Emily Darling, we love you. Centuries of Blood. This has actually gone through several renditions of its cover. I'm happiest with this one. I wish I could have inverted the camera, because it is backwards, but it is what it is. I may be able to do it in edits. 12 Days of Christmas.
12 Days is Jessica. I am not even going to butcher this last name even worse. It's Jessica P.
Okay, Jessica P, honey. 12 Days of Christmas is we can't really say it's a second chance because they're already married, but it's a marriage on the rocks and they're rekindling things.
Second chance. They were getting divorced.
And they're going home and, seeing what lies.
Second chance. They hated one another.
Yeah, they were on the verge of divorce.
She was a lousy drunk.
He was, or she was. Saint.
Jessica and Emily.
Jessica, Emily Darling. Saint is our MC contemporary. I am going to slightly crack one of these because I want you all to see the interior on Saint. So like that's the cover image, and then your chapter headers. There are different chapter headers for each individual character. I'm not going to show each one, but I want you all to take a look that they are grayscale. And they are actually the emblem for the MC. It has, if you like a foul-mouthed MC who skirts the law but has a heart of gold, Saint is your boy. I promise you. And you're gonna love the rest of the
Bunny tails. There's bunny tails.
Bunny tail, yeah. They have some fun at Easter. Then we have Sitting Pretty.
Oh, Sitting Pretty is Emily.
Emily again with Sitting Pretty. Sitting Pretty is the nanny, and he is an audio book narrator and a single dad. And lo and behold, to our little nanny, who happens to be the daughter of one of his high school best friends, she really likes his audiobooks. What I want to show you guys though is the interior on this. So this is Cordelia's chapter headers, full page imaging. Oh, I love the fact that the camera just adjusted for color. For Cordelia, who is our girly girl, our nanny. And then we have Beckham, who is our sexy silver fox daddy. So yeah, I'm going to fold that back down so that it readjusts itself. And then we have a full set of the Guardians of Gregory. Anybody who watched our live last night, I showed a couple of them last night and talked about it. It's my paranormal series. What's that?
Wendy.
Wendy with a W?
Yep.
Okay, that's for Wendy. Wendy, darling, we're going to try to tag you. Hopefully when we pin this, we'll be able to tag people. I don't know. We'll find out. The GOG is full of kinky duckery. The first one is Vampire Hunter. Vampire and Hunter. Should be more clear about my punctuation when I speak. It is easy to read. It's over 80K. It has a overreaching storyline that goes throughout all of the books. Then you have the mini book, Midnight Run, which is our wolf pup, Gage, who goes on a Wyoming retreat and discovers himself and many, many others. Then back to the main the mini books in between, like books 2, 4, 6, I'm working on 5 and 6 concurrently, are sort of like mini stories in between. It's like the what happens between the main storylines, but you still get key characters that you were introduced to in the previous story. So you had met Gage shortly in Fated Minds, and then you get his sort of and more of an introduction into him in that book. Branded Wings is just one of Jess's favorite books. This is Sid, our Dragonborn, and Ayala,
Sig.
also a guardian. What was that, babe?
Sig.
I said Sig.
You said Sid.
No, it's Sig. S-I-G. His full name is Siegfried.
His name is Sig.
Old ass dragon. He does what any dragon you would assume does. He hoards stuff. He protects people. He's got himself a bit of a temper, and when it flares, he blows smoke.
We love Sig.
He is hilarious in Faded Vines, and in this particular book, he gets the girl. Maybe, I don't know. It could be a boy. I don't know. Our characters are tend to be kind of fluid when it comes to their sexual. I'm good with words, and that's not the word today. Interests. Ferry Road. I can't tell you who the male MC is without giving away key points in Branded Wings, except to say that it's not Sig. But the girl on the cover is Marigold. She is Ayala's foster sister. She is Faye, and her love interest go through the Fae realm on a quest to seal their love. I keep hoping to get through Cage Desires, which is actually the extension of Midnight Run, but I've hit some walls, but we'll fix it. So then, do I show them mated now, or do I hang on to it until the end?
Let's go ahead and show them.
Okay, so we talked last night about the special edition of Mated Fates. I should have a regular edition here. Give me 1 second. So y'all can see the difference in contact.
Oh no, we didn't order. We did, but you don't have it yet of the new edition.
Yeah, but I have one that I can crack open. So Mated Fates is our monster romance that has to do with the fates, paranormal, being out and about. Our female protagonist is basically she's a matchmaker for the paranormals. We didn't really get into that last night. But she works with them, and she kind of, she hooks them up and different things like that. And our main fate, Vesper, has actually opened the world with new technology and different things like that. He has a dating app that he uses to connect people who are supposed to be fated together for one reason or another, whether it's romantic, political, whatever. This app, he basically uses it so that he can dictate the fates of the world and bring people who are supposed to be together. And Jolene, who is our female protagonist, she meets Mick, who is a bioloom. I'll explain that when you see the next cover. And they kind of get into a relationship or whatever until these two, Lucky and Vesper, get involved, and all hell breaks loose, almost quite literally, considering that Mick owns a hellhound. So this is the main cover. It's based upon a scene from the Halloween party that they go to. Our boy Vesper decides that he's going to be Slender Man, so he gets rid of his own face because he can do that. And Lucky is actually the child of a Minotaur, so her natural state, girl's got horns, so she's hornier than usual. But bing. The interior on this is black and gray. I think we updated it slightly, so these are our original copies. If the other version is here, I'm gonna get that next week. If it changes over, I'll do another video and let you see. But like all black and gray scale. So that is the crazy. Well, for you guys at BRAE, we have done a special edition. It is a 6x9. It is on that finish where the original is a glossy. And I don't know about you, but I think that it is absolutely gorgeous. It printed beautifully. So I referred to Mick as a bioloom. The thing about the biolooms is when they get cut or they scar in any way, those scars stay open and they glow bioluminescently. So they literally, sparkling. He glows in the dark. He's basically a walking nightlight. But he's also a mood ring. So whatever mood he's in, his scars and marks all will glow those colors. He goes through the rainbow in this book. It has, as you will see from the side. Oh my God, Jess, it's shiny. Oh my God. Guys, if you haven't ordered this, you need to. Has black interior pages. Do you guys see the shine on that? Jess, you see this?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh my God. This is Vesper's page. I have never in my life, Amazon, I'm actually going to shout you out for once in your miserable little printing press. Oh my God, guys. Jess, we need more of this book. Oh my God, Jolene's chapters. Guys, if you don't order anything else from us, you need copies of this book. Oh, and come on, look at the way the writing pops on every page. I mean, this. This was the best decision we ever made. Mixed pages. I don't want to crack the spine. Lucky. Oh, Jesus. Jess, look at Lucky's. So, yeah. So, this is mated. This is a BRAE exclusive paperback. We were going to do it in hardcover, but we weren't going to be able to get them in time. But if you can, or if you order and you pay before the 30th of this month, when our form closes, it is a strict money in hand by the 30th, or we cannot guarantee your books. This is the book you want right now. This is the book you want. The list should be coming to you. It's going to have fully pink pages. Expect this, while I'm going to expect this quality, only pink on white, pink with white. His Beauty Her Bastard has similar pages. The pages are black. It has a smoky cup internal. I don't have any on hand. We haven't been able to get them yet. I haven't had a chance to order them, but like, I promise you, you see now what the black pages are going to look like if you order them from us. You need to check out check out the Gift of Gab has lost its gab. Like,
oh God.
Holy crap. Oh my God. Here's the other one. Oh my God. I can't get over that book, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is it doesn't feel inky and it doesn't smell like ink.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good considering how much they use.
I forgot. I was gonna go see if I could just order it straight from Amazon, but no, I forgot.
It's not available on Amazon. The only people that can get it are BRAE readers. It is exclusive to them, and it is at a sale price to them. The price on this is going to go up once it goes live after the event. The only way to get it is going to be to pre-order it from us before the 30th.
Yeah, it's $40 for BRAE, and then it's going up to almost 60.
Yep. Okay, next grouping of stuff. Give me a minute so I can get the box off of here. Actually, you know, I might as well. Okay, who ordered Wild Ride? Did we just get a few?
Jessica P.
Okay, Jessica P. This is Wild Ride. This is book 1 in the County Fair romance series. This is the introduction to Justin Blackthorne. He is the main love interest throughout the entire series. They do need to be read in order. However, Wild Ride solely focuses upon him and what got him to Kentucky, where he meets Fallon Hopkins, who is his love interest through the rest of the series. It's short. Obviously, it's comparatively teeny compared to the rest of the series. However, it does not lack for depth of character development. Yeah, you're gonna you're gonna like that. Buggy bumpers.
Jessica.
Jessica Darling, Buggy Bumpers. Buggy Bumpers is one of Jess's individually written books. I read this when she wrote it, and it is so cute and it is so sweet. It is the preacher. It is your preacher's daughter gone haywire. She finds herself pregnant after graduating college, and she's not really sure who the baby daddy is, but her BFF FWB steps up and is like, "Hey, I don't care. It's mine." And she's like, "No, you're crazy." So it's all about him trying to convince her that they're supposed to be together, and dealing with family dynamics and what her family thinks about her being unmarried, and again, preacher's daughter. So you can imagine how that's going. Now we have Irish Eyes and Mafia Lies. This one is we'll find out who it's for in a second, is a precursor to Saint. It is slightly connected. If you want to understand who some of the players in Saint are, reading Irish Eyes and Mafia Lies is a good
That's
idea.
going to Emily.
That is for Emily. So this is Irish Eyes and Mafia Lies. Isn't it pretty? Some of these have everything has usually a specialty font for the character name. But not everything has the specialty interiors. Older books specifically, some will have images inside of them. If I have a book like that, I'll show it to you. But you go with what was popular, like Buggy Bumpers. I forgot Buggy Bumpers actually has nameplates that I designed and I placed inside the books. So you get a little something extra from us. We don't like to just give you a plain Jane book if we can
the
help it.
boyfriend Steady Freddy?
Yeah, you forgot she had a boyfriend. Had a boyfriend. Minor Adjustments. The heavy baby.
Jessica.
Minor Adjustments. Another one from Jess. She released it last year or this past year. Right? Was it this past? It's a 2023 book, right?
It was a 2022 book.
Okay, but we're still gonna have a few on the table.
Possibly. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Hopefully. We're hoping to have a few of these on the table. Basically, we're really only bringing 2023, 2024 books. But
I haven't decided because as much as I love that book,
it doesn't move, which is unfortunate.
It makes people crazy.
So this is definitely a tearjerker book. It's got a lot of heavy material. It's it's new adult. They're just in their senior year of high school. But they are of age. Basically, the main male, he gets kicked out of his foster home on his 18th birthday because they can't get a check anymore. So what do they care? And he goes to stay with he goes to the only person left that he could think of to ask for help, which is the girl he's been seeing on the sly, who's Miss Popular, Teen Dream, whatever's clever, while he is the My Chemical Romance reject type. Their worlds aren't supposed to connect, and yet these two understand each other on a level that most people would kill for. She suggests that they get married because her daddy said that the only man that would ever come into that house would be her husband. So, and the rest you got to read this to understand. I mean, it is full of angst and love and fun. Like they laugh and they joke, and there's there's the teen jitters and different things like that. And I did an interior for her. I do all of our formatting, just to make that clear, and whatnot, and interior images. All of our covers are done by me. So right down to their wedding sets. But yeah, I mean, if you like that angsty kind of like just drama filled, anything written by Jess is gonna tick those boxes. She writes real life romance, and it is, yeah, I come for it. I'll tell you that much. I don't mean it like that.
Well, you know.
Kentucky Blues. I think the whole set in here, or is it just the one?
We just got Kentucky
Okay.
because no, they actually ordered Prelude, but we wanted to
Okay.
make sure Kentucky Blues was on the table.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get the special editions done in time, but we're not going to.
I don't have the time.
No, because it's hand drawn.
Yeah. So Kentucky Blues's cover has had tweaks. It's like there's been like 4 different versions of this cover. They're all the same freaking cover, but they've been tweaked as my skill set has increased. My biggest issue is that Abigail has a strand of blue hair, and I keep yeah, last night I was
Abigail
gone.
loves the 80s.
She's an 80s girl through and through. Her favorite movies are 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club specifically, and different things like that. And she's from the wrong side of the tracks. She's got a jacked up background, but the girl can sing her heart out, and she's got dreams of getting out of the one horse town, so to speak, that they're in. When
She's also a
a new
mechanic.
boy, what's that?
She's also a mechanic. She's a grease
Yeah.
monkey.
When the new boy in town throws his car into a ditch, she ends up being the one who's doing the work on it because she works in the local garage. So she's totally a grease monkey on top of it all. When I started reading it, when Jess was feeding it to me, as she was writing it, she wrote this book so sick. She had such a case of pneumonia when she wrote this book. So it was a little disjointed initially, but her editor straightened it out. I thought it was going to be her and the boy, and it turns out that Abigail is a feisty little bitch. She doesn't like to choose. So when the secondary love interest, who is her underscored BFF, decides that he wants in on it too.
Okay, no, hold on. He's not her BFF. He is her.
He's her backdoor man.
I will let you show up, but nobody can know about you.
Yeah, he's the I only like you when there's nobody around boy. Initially, until he's given no choice but to step up, and then he does the right thing.
She is mean. She is
she's so
mean.
mean. She's such a little bitch. But when you get
She
to
is
know her,
all
you get to
about you mess
understand
with
why.
somebody. She does not do the bullying. She will knock you out.
Oh yeah,
Through
absolutely. Yep. But so she goes from being a single to being a triad. So look it up if you don't know what that is in the LGBTQ universe. It's a specific pairing or trying. But yeah, we're gonna have a few of these on the table because it is the first in series. If you want the whole series, you're going to need to pre-order again because this is a backlist book. We're not bringing anything more than maybe 1 or 2 to have on the table, basically for display. Anything beyond that, you'll have to order them. Oh, next book on the chop block. Oh my damn. Yo, my hell got thick.
Yeah.
Like it's a thickie. Like it's thick.
It's always
Like,
been thick.
I know, but like, damn, I got big hands, and My Hell got a facelift for the cover. My Hell is another one of Jess's books. It is a book world adaptive romance. So what do I mean by book world adaptive romance? Jess has been working within the book world community for a very, very long time. And she... Can I share this?
Name drop without name dropping.
hold on. Can I share a little bit about where this came from?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So she was going through a really rough patch with her ex-husband, and she needed to work through it, so she highly fictionalized it and pulled her experiences from the book world, people that she knows, people that she's met, and different things, and there's inspirational stuff in here. Nobody specific, nobody in actuality, it's all inspirational. But if you know the book world, you can get a sense of where personalities were pulled from. Nobody's bad except the ex-husband,
And the heifer.
and his whatever, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But again, it's all fictionalized, and it's all blown, out of proportion. It was just she needed to work through some stuff. So
But
she
there are many things that are
that
my
are
life
that
to a
are
T.
true. Yes. It is slightly it is fictionalized, but also slightly autobiographical. There we go. But it is, it's a friends to lovers. So that part's not true. Um, but like it's angsty and it's emotional, but it's also fun, and it's got lightheartedness, and it's got some great children as side characters. Jess writes great kids, probably because she had a couple of her own. But like she just,
Autism spectrum.
yeah. Oh, yes. The male main protagonist, he's a writer and a model, so that's always fun. Actually, no, hold on. Jess is also a bit of a psychic. That's something I need to point out in this. Anybody who goes on the signing circuit may remember a few years back before COVID hit. A little well-known signing, I'm not name dropping, but where one of the models decided he's gonna hop up on the bar, start to strip and dance. It was on video, it went viral for a little while. We love him, by the way. I'm not name dropping him though, because I don't know if he's proud of it or embarrassed by it. So if you know, you know. But Jess wrote this book and published it in, hold on, 2020. So it was this version of it is in 2020. But she wrote this book in 2018, 2019, and what happened after this book came out. So I think she's a little psychic.
Actually happened before the book came out, but the book was wrote before that.
Okay. So yeah, regardless, she like I said, she wrote it before it happened. Which, because her main protagonist does basically exactly that in this book, and it's hilarious. But yeah, you guys want to go check that out. Again, if you like the angsty emotional stuff, it is absolutely what you want. Music heals the heart.
That is Emily.
Another thick. You guys, I promise you, the thing is, our books look like they're highly priced, but the thinnest book is the $8.99 sector book, and you have to understand we have to have print costs. But even our thinnest books are at least 100 pages.
Not just us, not dreamers.
What's that?
Not dreamers.
I said they're close to 100 pages. So they're close to 100 pages. Some of them come in under, but you have minimums. But the point is that we don't write short stories. Usually the novellas have happened over the last few years, but they are what they are. Music Heals the Heart is another one from us. It's one of our newer books that came out last year.
No, Music Heals the Heart was 2022.
Was it?
Yep.
What the hell did we publish last year?
For 2023?
It was a rhetorical question. So Music Heals the Heart is actually a contemporary fate romance. He was on his way to rock stardom when a horrible thing happens and he falls down the bottom of a bottle for like 20 odd years. And he's washed up, but he does stuff in the background. You know how those guys are, they're writing behind the scenes. They're doing whatever they need to do to keep that paycheck rolling in, plus residuals and royalties, whatever. So his agent or whatever comes up to him because this young girl, well, not young girl, 20-ish girl, is having issues because her label dropped her because she wanted to rebrand and they weren't having it. They wanted to turn her into something that she wasn't. And he's tasked to working with this girl. I don't want to get into it too much because there's surprising situations in here. But she's not well, and it turns out that he has a lot to do with the fact that she gets better. So it's pretty cool. It's also another emotional ride. Matchmaker.
Matchmaker.
Did we just pick this up to pick this one up?
Yes.
Okay, Matchmaker. I love the interiors of Matchmaker. Matchmaker is another dating app. We've fallen down this dating app thing because, like, there's the dating app in Matchmaker, there's the dating app in Fated Mates. So you had the paranormal matchmaker, and now you have your contemporary matchmaker. So it's a college romance. See, college romance. And the two main characters are a set of twins, Sailor and Kyle. What the hell's her brother's name? Kaylor, right?
Yeah.
Kaylor and Salem. Sorry, Kaylor and Salem. Salem is the sister, Kaylor is the brother. They're going to college, and the brother's studying computers, the sister's in nursing.
They are redheaded twins.
What's that?
They are redheaded twins.
Oh yeah, they're gingers on top of it. Charlotte probably should have made her hair a little redder, but the lighting. But anyway, so the brother gets tasked with his buddies to create an app for his tech class, and they decide that they're going to do a dating app, and they're going to feed in like all this different information, craziness, da 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 da. And on a whim, the brother, being cheeky bastard that he is, inputs his sister, who matches with one of his best friends, who has low-key been into her the whole time, but she's a little of a free spirit and flusters him a lot.
She flusters really everybody, including her brother.
Oh yeah, yeah, no. She doesn't. Her give a damn is busted. Like, she does what she wants, when she wants, where she wants, with who she wants. But they end up embarking on quite the interesting little relationship. But for me, my favorite thing about this particular book is the internal images. So, like, that's Bryant. He's the tall one. That's his interior image. And we went with white paper instead of cream because of the lighting on these images that it did. And then that's Salem. And then because Kaylor gets one too, his is an inversion of Salem's, obviously twins, so it would be slightly different. But it really is. It's got so many hilarious moments. It's absolutely worth a read. Again, any of our books, if you want these, you're gonna have to order them because we're not gonna have them at the table. The next one is one of our thick ones, one of our boxed sets, so to speak. Touch of Christmas. Jessica ordered Touch of Christmas. I don't like the mats. They feel funny to me. So you'll see me doing this. Shut up. You'll see me doing this. It's nothing with the book. It's purely a texture thing on my end. There's that neurodivergence. But Touch of Christmas is actually 3 standalone novellas and / novels, because it includes 12 Days of Christmas, which I've already shown. It also includes Welcome to Hollyhock, Yuletide, which is a series that we've been playing with, where we write a lot of small towns, like we make up places, and we've decided that it's a lot of canon and different things and world buildings and things like that that we need to try to keep constantly changing and keep track of. We decided to some degree in certain books we're not doing that. Like, so we have Welcome to Hollyhock. We have another one that we're currently working on, Hopeswell. That's going to be a part of that. We actually just started that. I don't even want to discuss, but they all sort of take place in the same world, meaning that you may see or hear about other characters from previous books. But Laura, we told you 12 days is second chance with a husband and wife. Yuletide Hollyhock, it is a chocolatier and a florist.
Single mama.
What's that?
She's a single mama.
I was getting to that. The chocolatier is a single mama who comes back to town after failed marriage, because that's why we come home with our tail between our legs, apparently. I don't know, never been there. But she comes home to try to get her act together, and she decides she's going to open up a business. And then it's one of these little small, we're in New Hampshire for this one.
Yes.
New Hampshire town. So if you know anything about New England, small towns, all of the shops are on one street. Cobblestone walkways, just Norman Rockwell at Christmas. Okay, I promise. So like, she opens up her shop, and when she moves back into town, everybody knows she's come home. And he happens to own the flower shop the flower shop on the strip, literally across windows from her. So he can see her, she can see him. It's like, good morning, neighbor. And she literally falls into his arms.
More than once.
Oh my God, she's a klutz. Every time she trips, he seems to
coffee.
be the one to catch her. So that's Yuletide that's in here. And also we have Sweet Intentions. Sweet Intentions is another second chance romance. It takes place on a Christmas tree farm. We wrote it because Jess wanted to write a book about a Christmas tree farm. Plain and simple.
I did.
She just had this thing in her head about a Christmas tree farm. She doesn't even know what a Christmas tree farm is. Book takes place in Vermont.
But it was so much fun.
The book is a trip. I mean, he leaves to go to college, and he leaves his girlfriend behind, who he thinks is the love of his life, this, that, and the other deal, only to find out once he's in college that she's pregnant and marries his brother. Needless to say, he doesn't ever plan to go home again until his dad dies. That brings you home if you give a shit about your family. The man that raised him, who he calls dad, wasn't actually his father. It was his mother's second husband, but he's the man that they called dad. He comes back into town to, help mom out, and lo and behold, the ex is there. She's been widowed. The brother was a volunteer firefighter who had passed on little more than about 8 months prior. And she is as pregnant as can be again. She's got a little boy and a little girl already, and like I said, another one on the way. And he's trying really, really hard to stay away from her. It doesn't work that way. I promise. It's really good. It is so full of love, and
I think her going into labor is my favorite part.
What's that?
I think her going into labor is my favorite part.
If you've ever been pregnant and the feeling of, I just want it out of me, I'll do whatever it takes. You run up and down the stairs, you seduce your husband or boyfriend or the guy who walks through the front door when you're really busy. Needless to say, yeah, her going into labor is hilarious. But that is included here in Touch of Christmas, all 3 books. It is great. I mean, it's over It's almost 500 pages.
Yes. They can
Um,
buy the books separately.
yes,
But
if you want the
they-
covers, which I do suggest because they're beautiful. The thing is that the box sets, there are bonus prologues and epilogues filtered in. Because it's a bonus. So that's Touch of Christmas. This video is going forever. We're gonna have to another one of my Music Heals the Heart. Oh, oh my God, Jess, I just reached in here to grab a book.
It's Prelude.
If it was round, I'd think it was not a book.
It's Prelude.
It's 90% of the weight in this box.
There's 2 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna have to bend my knees. I need support. It's a two-hander. Jess,
What?
who ordered a Prelude?
Emily.
Emily, honey, you're gonna need a bigger boat.
She might need 2 VIP bags.
This is Prelude.
We may have to give her a box.
Hold on. Let me show you something for sale. Okay, so this is Prelude, right? I just told you that Touch of Christmas is almost 500 pages. Is anybody else doing the math on that?
It's 3 books. Come on now.
So is this. We don't have a tuplet in there, do we? My wrist is gonna break. I have to get this down. Holy crap. So this is Prelude.
This one's got interior images.
I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to them. Prelude. It is a beast on our
Is it matte?
What's that?
Is it matte?
Yes. It is a beast. It is one of our higher ticketed books again. But it is 3 novels in one. It has
the images change all the way throughout the book, so you ain't gonna be able to show them all.
Yeah, no. It has grayscale interiors.
Abigail.
Here's the thing. There are 3 books in here. There are 9 different images.
There are.
Book
1 is one set, book 2 is another set, book 3 is another set.
But here's the thing that's even cooler is the images build on themselves.
Yeah.
So the image from book 1 continues in book 2 with an addition. And then in book 3, it's images 1 and 2 with an additional image. And the overlay and the build up. I'll show you the book 3 images.
What?
Well, I showed them in Abigail, so I'm going to show them the built Abigail image. So you saw the original, it was just sunflowers, right? The finished Abigail image, sunflowers, her guitar, sheet music. So it's something that's representative of each of the characters, each build up. So it's basically a personality plate. I'm hoping to be able to pull these, print them, and either have them as color vellums that you can purchase at the table or as poster prints that you'll be able to purchase at the table, regardless of whether or not you've purchased any of the books. So yeah, so there's that. It just depends on what's going to be more cost efficient for me, ink wise, because vellums I can print here. Poster I would have to outsource for the sizing.
The book is coming with postcards though.
Oh yeah, the book is going to come with postcard size images of these interior images in full color.
I'm thinking about maybe with the postcards, maybe doing like the image on one side and a quote from that character on the other.
That we can do. It won't be hard. So there you go. You hear some of the goodies you're gonna get if you order Prelude. It also comes with other little goodies, some stickers that are going to be directly connected to the book. We are looking for something 80s themed to throw in there, because she's all about the 80s. And just some different little things that are all going to be goodies that again always catered toward the books. But yeah, so you have that. Again, suggest you order it. Another touch of Christmas. What would Baker do?
Baker is Molly.
Molly, what would Baker do? What would Baker do is an MM. It is an enemies to lovers. Low key second chance. They never had a relationship in the past. Jess and I argue about what a second chance is. I think, it's different. But anyway,
have had one of them not been a chicken shit.
Baker was older. Was about a year ahead in high school. Kellen was the it boy or coming up, and different things like that. He ran with that crowd and different things. Da 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 da. And Baker was mistreated. Is an understatement. But he goes away to college. He gets away. He builds himself a life and everything else. And here comes Kellen up behind him over at Indiana State. And they run into each other again. And life is not the same for either one of them. And they start to develop a relationship out of nowhere as far as Kellen is concerned. Baker kind of saw it coming. Being who he is now compared to who he was. All because Baker wants to go home for Christmas and he can't get there. His mom said she can't come get him for whatever reason. And so he decides he's going to do a ride share, and it's Kellen who immediately answers the call to bring him back to Arizona.
Yeah.
And so they drive from Indiana to Arizona, and that's the length of the book. It has interior images again, which is why although it is not a very thick book, it is a more expensive book because we have to pay for these kind of printings. It's a little cheeky. Again, I do all the design work for interiors. Baker. Then there's one more image. Have to find it. So the images rotate with the character, obviously, until they get together. In chapters where they are together, you'll know it's coming because the image will swap out. Which was the funness of it. Once the relationship starts, the interior images change. So it does have some triggers. As we said, Kellen and Baker have some not so good experiences that are either alluded to or explained in fairly graphic detail. I don't like to tell things like that other than to say if you're sensitive to certain topics, I just stay clear because I believe that nothing should have more than TV ratings. So it's rated R. If I tell you any more, I give away key points of the story.
If you want to know, you can always message me. She's just kind of about it.
I'm a bitch about it. We have it. His beauty her bastard, Jess.
But it's in gloss.
With what's that?
It's gloss.
Yeah, it's a gloss because it's not the special edition one. This is the short stack one. So there are two versions of His Beauty, Her Bastard. There's an exclusive one that has color interior images, and then there is this one which is a lower price. The pages themselves, which I'm going to show you in a second, are black matte. It is not as shiny as Mated. I'm going to assume that is because I went with a lower quality paper for this one to keep the costs down. Mated is the high quality premium. So, but this is His Beauty, Her Bastard, which is a office romance that turned into a menage real quick. It was originally written as part of the Cocky Hero world for just name drop because I don't remember.
Penelope Ward and Vi Killen.
There you go. It was originally released as Shameless Bastard. When we fought like hell to get it back, we rewrote it. Some of the base is the same, but there's been a lot of build and it's doubled in size.
Courtney was added.
And Simon, who was her best friend in the original storyline, and decided that he would be seen, heard, and felt repeatedly. So he became part of the relationship. It does have black on white pages. The color version of it. What's that?
Emily.
Yep. The colored version of it, the nameplates are in color. James's is turquoise. Ayala's is basically, you see the colors on the cover, those are their names. Ayala is purple, James is turquoise, and Simon is blue because he's a New York police cop. Strangely, my hair is the same color. I'm on a kick, apparently. There's also a smoke pattern inside the larger the color edition. But I urge you to at least pick up this one. It's a really good story. One of my favorite parts of it, I'll be honest with you, is this portion where she has to go upstairs because Mason, who is James's partner, is definitely allergic to cats, but he lives in the building that they work in. So when James's cat escapes downstairs onto the cubicle level floor, she has to bring the cat back up into the apartment. The thing is that she's freaked out by this cat because it's a sphinx. It's a sphinx.
It's a rat.
She calls it a rat. But the thing is that Gremlin and Harry, those are the cats, are also very well dressed. Collars, beanie hats, little sweaters. He takes very good care of these cats. He doesn't,
She used to feed him shrimp to get him to leave her alone.
It's what he has. But anyway, so she has to go upstairs to get a carrier so that she can get this cat, not knowing there's a second cat in the apartment. So when James comes home, not knowing what's going on, because he just takes his elevator straight up to his penthouse apartment, he hears screaming. He comes into the room. Here she is, up on his island sink in his kitchen, with Harry on the floor, kind of like this, and she's up on top like a woman scared of a mouse with a shoe in her hand. Which, when he makes himself known, she proceeds to throw at him, lose her balance, and fall ass first into the sink and get stuck. So I won't go any further because it gets more fun, interesting after that. But yeah, so I mean, this book is a trip. And as I said before, as you can see, beautiful black pages. You will see that there is actually a slight white marking on the pages. I did that on purpose. I offset some of it because it gives a really interesting line on the side of the book as you flip through it. So that's not a misprint. that was that was a design choice. Just letting you know that. And yeah, so that's all of what we got to come through. Those are the, you know, individual titles that came through today. I have the rest of the Mated Fates coming. I'm doing a big order within the next 24 hours. Potentially for some other ones that we need that are going to be a back stock. But in the meantime, guys, you have until the 30th to get your orders in. Please do not wait. Do not hesitate. If we have a single title that you're thinking about, I promise you, if you want it, pre-order it, because I cannot guarantee you're going to get it otherwise. If you somebody who doesn't want to wait, please do. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. I know this video was super long, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to, like, I don't know, cut it or something, or you're just gonna have to watch the whole thing if you get this far. Now you know I have an attitude. But anyway, Jess, honey, I'm gonna turn off the video. I'm gonna hide myself, and I will be back. Bye.